A lone possessed Chaos Space Marine enters the Gauntlet. 5 Genestealers per wave. No backup. No mercy. How far can he go? Each competitor will face endless waves of 5 Genestealers with only their raw stats and abilities as well as their army rule. No enhancements, no stratagems, and no detachment abilities. Today's challenger is a possessed Chaos Space Marine, equipped with hideous mutations, the Dark Pact army ability, and his own ability to reroll the Dark Pact and choose devastating wounds once per game for the Dark Pact. He's pretty tough, but is he tough enough? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know what round you think he'll get to in the comments. Let's begin. There is a howl from the warp, and into the arena strides a single possessed Chaos Space Marine, all flesh spikes and claws. Facing off against the Genestealers, who are all flesh spikes and claws also. The possessed screeches at the gods, making a Dark Pact for sustained hits. There's no shooting from this nutter, so he charges straight in. He swings his claws and scores 4 hits, with no 6s for the sustained hits, and all 4 hits wound the targets. The Genestealers fail their saves, so 4 of them are shredded instantly. The lone Genestealer retaliates, but it's a pitiful attempt. 2 hits and no wounds. I don't think the possessed felt anything at all. Immediately back to Craze slashing from the possessed. However, he chooses not to make a Dark Pact this turn. Bold, but probably wise. This nearly backfires though, as only 2 hits land, but they both wound and both saves are failed from the Genestealer. 1 more carved apart. The dying Genestealer lashes out with 4 hits, but only 1 of them wound, which the possessed shrugs off with no change in demeanour. The Chaos Gods must be happy with this already. A Dark Pact for sustained hits is made once again. Terrifying screams bellow from the Gauntlet. Once this is done, he dives straight back into the combat with a smile on his face. Only 3 hits this time, but rolling a 6 means there's an additional sustained hit, which helps to make 3 wounds that the Genestealers cannot save. 3 more Genestealers fall to the frenzied attacks. But the Swarm finally bites back. 8 hits, but only 2 wounds. 1 saved and 1 not. The possessed drops to 2 wounds, but he doesn't look at all bothered by this. He's not stupid though, and makes another Dark Pact for sustained hits. The Chaos Gods are generous today. 3 more hits, but no 6s again, and 2 wounds landing. Both of them go unsaved, so 2 more Genestealers down. Now though, the Genestealers attack in death with 8 hits after re-rolling some ones, and 4 wounds go through. This could spell the end for our possessed friend. The possessed should be dead, but he is shielded by some dark ruinous power and makes 3 invulnerable saves. He staggers back, barely alive, but still fighting. A 3rd wave of Genestealers crashes through the Gauntlet doors, but the possessed ignores this for now to make a Dark Pact with the Chaos Gods for sustained hits. The demon voices whisper, success. With horrifying speed, the possessed charges in and hits 4 times and scores 4 wounds. 4 unsaved wounds mean that the Genestealers disappear in a mist of flesh and bone. The remaining Genestealer hits back in desperation, but scores no wounds from 4 hits. The possessed doesn't even flinch. The possessed forgoes the Dark Pact again, with only 1 wound remaining. It's far too risky. It nearly goes wrong again, as the possessed only scores 2 hits, but luckily both of them wound, and another Genestealer dies. Its death throws land 4 hits, but none of them wound again. This possessed is a scary and seemingly unstoppable figure at the moment. Dark Pact again for sustained hits, which initially fails, but the possessed ability allows him to re-roll, which passes this time. Wild swinging now. The possessed senses the end is approaching. 3 hits, 1 of which is a 6, which pays off with 3 wounds, and all 3 saves are failed, so 3 Genestealers die. 2 Genestealers remain, and they descend on the possessed like a living avalanche. If the possessed survives this, there'll be scenes all over this gauntlet. All 8 attacks land after re-rolling the ones, and 3 wounds slam into the possessed. Not impossible, but there's no way his luck holds. Only one of the saves is made, so the possessed is finally finished. The melding of Demon and Marine is torn apart under the tide of Chitin and Claws. The Possessed falls, but not before dragging a surprising number of Genestealers into the warp with him. Will the Chaos Gods be happy? Probably not. But we are. The Possessed Chaos Space Marine has killed 18 Genestealers, which is an incredible output. I honestly think that if the sustained hits would have done better, he might have beaten the Terminator. Where does that place him on the leaderboard? Bang in the middle, but way above the Troop Master, who costs 50 points more. Be sure to vote on the next poll in the pinned comment for the upcoming videos, even if you voted before, as I've reset and added models in. Sly Marbo, Deathwing Knight, Bury Aegnearson, and Gazgul Thraka were the winners of the last poll, so they'll be coming up soon. Thank you all for watching. The response has been great so far, so I'm moving to a video every 5 days instead of every Sunday. I'd love to knock that down to every 4 days or even 3 days, but the best way you can help me do that is by subscribing, liking the videos, watching every video at least 100 times, and sharing them with people you think might enjoy them. And if you do want to see a specific model attempt the Genestealer Gauntlet, then leave them in the comments. Every model is in contention, from Space Marine Scouts to Old One Eye. We'll see you next time.